Hello all, I am Mr. J. And tonight is one of the nights I actually get to drink. It is Wednesday night, 9:45 p.m. Went to the local Winn-Dixie, picked up a bottle of Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Now, just rolling off, this is Evan Williams, Kentucky's first distiller. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, distilled in Kentucky, bottled by Old Evan Williams Distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky. It's 43% alcohol by volume, so if you compare it to Jim Beam's Kentucky Straight Bourbon, this is a little bit more, I would maybe stout. Not stout's not the word. Stout is something you use for beer, but this is going to be a little bit more potent, about 3%, give or take. So yeah. But has not been open. Kind of smells like Jack Daniels. Kinda. Definitely a sour mash whiskey. I'm getting oak notes. Little hints of vanilla. That's interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and pour. I can't move my camera, so yeah. So we're going to have to pour like this. Love that sound. Now we're only going to pour a little bit, just in case if I don't like it, because ain't that the smartest thing to do? So always pour a little bit, have a little taste test, get it in your mouth, swish it around, swallow it, and yeah. A little bit of a burn. Kind of tastes like Jack Daniel's Old Number 7. But a hell of a lot smoother. So, definitely good. I'm going to say this right now. This is probably something I really wouldn't drink straight. At least not right now because I have a lot of fucking heartburn. So, we're going to go ahead and move that. Pour a little bit more in there. That's good. And we are going to mix it with some Coca-Cola. Because, let's see how many Cokes I have left. Yep, I was right. I have two. So. It's good, though. It's good. I think you guys would enjoy it. I think Motor would enjoy it. Haven't you had it before, Motor?
Yeah. Been a while, but yeah.
Alright.
I don't know what's the difference between
a little bit of Coke in there. And now let's take a sip.
I don't know if you saw that in your store. There's a difference.
Not bad.
They have a black label and a green label.
Definitely not bad. It's really good as a mixer. I might have to go back on what I said. I think it's actually better. I mean, that's good. I'm probably going to drink it like that tonight. Just drink it in a mixer. But if you want the flavors to actually shine, I would just drink it straight. Wouldn't you agree, Motor?
Yeah.
Because I noticed the Coke kind of masked a lot of the whiskey notes on it, and I mean, that's good if you want to slam back drinks, but if you're going in to fucking sip it, then I would say go ahead and drink it straight. So what do you think of Kentucky Jim Beam?
Jim Beam. I don't know. I used to say that I love the smell of it. Yeah. Enough to make you just feel hot. That's just my opinion. I'm gonna taste it again. It burns too.
Yeah. Alright, so I actually told Motor I was going to do this in this video. So comparing Evan Williams to Jim Beam's Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, what do I prefer more? Hmm, Jim Beam's kind of expensive, wouldn't you agree? Or at least expensive for us.
Well, the thing is, it also depends
But
on.
if you go up north, if you go up north to say like, or I say north, if you go up to the Midwest and you go to Dexter, Missouri, and you go to Walmart there, you can usually find Jim Beam Kentucky Straight Bourbon for around $14, $15, something like that. Now you come down here to the south, for some reason prices go up like it's nothing.
This was like $15 it said.
Yeah.
I think it's probably cheaper in the plastic box. Glass.
Yeah, well, glass costs a lot to make. Plastic's cheaper to make. It's easier to make. Um, but my personal opinion, when you put whiskey, rum, anything like that in a plastic bottle, the actual alcohol starts to take on that plasticky taste, which is why I don't know about motor, but I personally prefer glass bottles. Also, glass bottles look a lot cooler because they can take on different shapes with plastic. I mean, yeah, you could probably mold them into different shapes, but the biggest downfall of plastic is the plastic taste leaches into, and it doesn't matter what it is. It can be whiskeys or alcohol. It can be soda. Anything of that nature. Hell, even water, which is another reason why I prefer water in a glass bottle as opposed to a plastic bottle. And if we're going to talk about sodas, I prefer sodas that come in what motor?
No, yeah.
A glass
But
bottle.
about
Like the old school bottles, like Coca-Cola, you know? Like Coca-Cola, root beer, and all that, how they used to come in glass bottles, which they still make them like that. You can still find them in glass bottles. But I prefer those over everything else. Beer's the same exact way. I prefer beer in what?
Go
A
ahead.
glass bottle.
Although, for some reason,
Because we can say the same thing about aluminum cans. Beer comes in aluminum cans. Sodas can come in aluminum cans. And with those, I know we're getting off topic of alcohol here with sodas, but soda has what when it comes in a aluminum can? It has a metallic taste to it. But
oh, did I have to mention that beer in a can?
let me see if your volume's turned all the way up. No, it's not. Give me a second. Alright, anyways, go ahead.
Beer in a can, personal experience, tends to give you beer fart.
Yeah. Alright, so what do I think of Evan Williams? I think it's a fine bourbon compared to Jim Beam. It's also cheaper than Jim Beam in a fifth. I paid $12.99 for it. That's before tax. After tax, it was like 14 something, which is cheaper than Jim Beam by all spectrums. Even in the Midwest, Jim Beam is $14.99 before tax. After tax, you're looking around $16. So, but it is a fine Kentucky straight bourbon. I like the taste of it. And me and Motor, Motor will tell you that's what my fear was, is that I wouldn't like the taste of it. But I do. It's not something I personally wouldn't drink it straight. But other people might. I've honestly, for the videos, I will take a sip of an alcohol straight. But Motor will tell you majority of the time, what am I doing? I'm always mixing it with something. Especially if you get something like Kraken Rum, which is 47%, you typically want to try and mix that with something. Alright, so, fun fact about alcohol for you. The higher you go in proof, or alcohol by volume, or the percentage of alcohol by volume. The higher you go, the more you want to mix it. Which is why on Everclear's bottle they say, do not consume this straight. Mix this with a non-alcoholic beverage. Why? Because Everclear is so potent. It's 95% alcohol by volume. But I will give Evan Williams a 6.5 out of 10. What would you rate Jim Beam Kentucky Straight Bourbon, Motor?
Because it's my favorite Kentucky bourbon. I'm gonna give this a 17.
Huh?
Actually, no, I'm gonna give it an 8. As always.
Yeah.
It's been my favorite thing.
I mean, if you... Alright, so this is how I'm going to rank these two. If you want something kind of smooth, Evan Williams is your best bet. If you want something with a little bit more edge or bite, Jim Beam. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but I think Motor would agree with me on this one. If you want something smoother, Evan Williams is probably your best bet. Unless you can find a more expensive bourbon that's a lot smoother than Evan Williams, but to us budget drinkers, this is the best you can get in our price range. These two.
Well, I do have that.
Actually, isn't Four Roses a bourbon? Or is that a whiskey? Four Roses, from what I heard, was pretty cheap as well.
I don't think I've heard that before, to be honest.
Let me see.
However,
We'll do a quick little research here.
Maker's Mark is a good one too.
Maker's Mark. I priced Maker's Mark $40 for a fucking fifth.
Yeah.
$40 for a fifth. You know, I'm just like, no, not even close. Let's see, Four Roses. Alright, see, Four Roses, yellow label, original bourbon is $22.99 for... What size bottle is this? It does not tell me. But Four Roses is a bourbon, and it is relatively cheap, if that's a half gallon. Which it looks like it is. Which, on Flavier, it's rated 7.2 out of 10.
Half gallon. Wouldn't that be what I had before?
Alright, so a half gallon is a 1.75 liter bottle.
That's what I had of the Jim Beam Peach.
Yes, you had a half gallon of Jim Beam Peach.
Can you believe that? I'm surprised that man lived to be so old.
You still have any of that?
No, I've
That shit's been gone?
been gone for the last 2 weeks.
Damn. It tells you how much he can make liquor last more than what I can.
Half a gallon is pretty big.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna get on to how long I can make a half gallon last because that's not something to be proud of. Yeah, no, I mean, I would recommend it. Would you recommend them to try Jim Beam?
Yep.
Alright, so this video's gone long enough as it is. We both recommend the alcohols we're drinking. But we're going to start getting back to our normal videos where we're drinking the same thing. It just so happens that Motor can't drink as much as I can tonight because guess who has to work in the morning?
I do.
But I told him, I said, as long as you... Which I can't believe you mix fucking Jim Beam Kentucky Straight Bourbon with a little bit of Jaeger. That's just not... Once that shit, I'm going to tell you right now, once that shit hits you, I'm going to tell you, fucking... Jägermeister is a good fucking sleep aid, which I need to do a review on it one of these days.
Unfortunately, this ain't Jägermeister.
Oh, what the fuck is it?
I poured wine in here because when I opened the bottle,
Yeah, but do you still get remnants of the Jägermeister?
still got a little residue of it. Like, still smells like it too. That's probably why it tastes like that.
But hell, even then, wine will make you fucking sleep too.
It's actually good for you too because
It's no wine. If it's a grape wine, it's really good for your fucking heart. Like Merlot, shit's really good for your fucking heart.
I think that was Merlot. It's red, dark red.
Yeah, it's probably Merlot. Um, but no, that's pretty much it. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to be alerted when we upload new videos. Anyways, I am Mr. J,
And I'm Rhoda.
and we are signing out.